That day, a family walked into my photo studio. They said they wanted a family portrait. After the shoot, the children called me back. They asked me to take a separate photo of the grandmother. I could tell the family kept averting their eyes on purpose, and the grandmother herself knew that the photo would be her funeral portrait. But to my surprise that night, she came into my shop alone again. This time, she wore a bright, beautiful outfit. She even took off her glasses and smiled into the lens. She wasn't afraid of death. She just wanted to leave the world with her best side. Looking at her in the viewfinder, I fell into deep thought. It felt as if that funeral portrait was actually being taken for me, because not long ago, a doctor had told me I had cancer. I didn't have many days left, but I still pretended it didn't bother me, until one day a girl pushed the door open and came in. She said she urgently needed a few photos developed. I'd just come back sweating and didn't have the energy to respond. I was absent-mindedly flipping through the negatives. When I looked up, I realized she hadn't left. She was waiting under the shade of a tree. At that moment, I realized I had been too rude earlier, so I bought 2 ice creams as a small apology. Who would have guessed that on our first meeting we would somehow taste a little sweetness together? Her name was Delin. Later, she often found excuses to get photos developed. I started to look forward to her visits more and more. Sometimes when she passed by after work, she pretended not to see me, acting like she was sleeping in the car. But when she left, she would wave at me excitedly. I couldn't help but laugh. I often pretended it was casual, leaving snacks for her on her way home from work. Our distance slowly closed. One day she suddenly said she wanted to have her photo taken, but in front of the camera she was shy, all because I had once mentioned her lips looked a little dry. That night she actually went to a cosmetics store to practice makeup. The girl who usually wore no makeup practiced in front of a mirror all night. The next day it started raining on her way to work. She saw me from her car and actually got out to say hello.
오! 하지마!
여기서 뭐해요?
나 스쿠터 고치려고. 야, 너 잘됐다. 나 사진관까지 좀 바래다 주라.
Under that tiny umbrella, we were so close. In that moment, we should have become lovers. Yet we never broke through that thin barrier between us. No matter how obvious her hints were, I would just cover them up with teasing smiles. Watching her turn away in disappointment, didn't my heart ache too? I didn't know how to respond, so I went to an old friend to drink with me. Fueled by the alcohol, I told the truth for the first time.
나 죽는다. 아이 새끼 이거 술 처먹으려고 별수작을 다 하고 있어 이 새끼.
My friend didn't believe me, but I just smiled bitterly and begged him to drink a few more with me. By the end, I finally lost control. I ran to the police station and caused a scene. Then I fell into my friend's arms and cried like a child. The brave smile I wore every day completely fell apart. But when I sobered up, I still understood that death was closing in. The only thing I could do was cherish the time I had left. So I dragged my friends to my studio, and we took a big group photo. No one looked sad, as if it were just an ordinary picture, but to me it was proof that I had existed.